Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us in this challenge for as little as $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In the previous video we looked at some MMTLP and also an important update on MULN, Mullen Automotive, so please refer back to the previous video for those important updates. In today's video we're going to be doing another update on important update on MMAT Metamaterials, so stay tuned for that. We're also going to be looking at MMTLP with regard to what's happening. We are very close to achieving $6, and today's video is also going to be sharing with you a $1 million MMTLP calculator, looking at whether or not you could achieve a gain of $1 million in this MMTLP potential squeeze, so stay tuned for that. Let's start by having a look at what's happening in the market. So the positive news here is that the Dow Jones has gone up approximately 300 points and the S&P 500 has just turned positive. And in other news, we can see US Treasury yields have declined in anticipation of the Fed move. And also with regard to oil, we have seen strong gains in oil, and some of the oil stocks have also shown some positive momentum. But now let's move on to have a look at what's happening with regard to MMAT. So there was some positive news in terms of the presentation by George yesterday that we got news from. There was something very encouraging, so shout out here to Brad, and he stated in that presentation, George said 2023 will be the breakout year and 2024 will be a very high growth year. So thanks also to Smokey for covering that presentation. Before we look at MMTLP, quick update with regard to an important insider transaction. This is for 12.5 million shares in a penny stock. So the stock is ticker symbol COSM, also known as Cosmos Holdings Incorporated. So if we have a look at that, at time of editing, that was up in excess of 26%. So congratulations to everybody, especially in the Discord, who managed to get in COSM. Let's start by having a look at the chart for MMTLP. So on the screen here you can see at time of editing it's up in excess of 12.5% of $5.74, and I think it has now just gone more towards the $5.60 mark. So hopefully before close of play it does get again towards the $6 mark. So what I'd now like to do is give a shout out to Syntax, who's added into my earlier thread with regards to the Volkswagen squeeze. So just a quick reminder of what I stated here, and that is in the Volkswagen 2008 short squeeze, around 12% of the outstanding shares were sold short, and it became almost impossible for every short seller to buy back and close their positions. Demand was much greater than supply, hence the squeeze. So in response to that, the question is, how would this look? How would this look in a double squeeze, per your opinion? So what I've stated here in terms of the double squeeze, potentially for MMAT as well as MMTLP. So the key focus here is on MMTLP because that's more imminent, certainly, but definitely has the potential to be mega, but of course will require the retails and the longs to hold their positions. What many people can do is set high sell limit orders. These could potentially get triggered as shorts will be under pressure to close. Also, this play also has a potential to make history because we also have a cut-off date that has not yet been announced, but we will be expecting fairly soon. So let's have a quick look at this squeeze from a chart point of view. So on the screen here you can see prior to 2008 what was happening is Porsche was buying shares in Volkswagen stock. Around about March 2007 their stake exceeded 30%, which meant they had to make a compulsory bid. And then we can see the stock was getting nearer to 200, and previously it was trading well over $100. And then 2008, if you have a look at the chart there was an infinite short squeeze where it touched very close to $1,000. and that is obviously where we had the situation where the shorts were finding it difficult to cover. And obviously, as you can see, in many squeezes, as it went up, it did quickly come down again. So that also happened, I'm sure you're all aware, in more recently with AMC and GameStop as well. So let's follow that on with a shout out to Kyle, who stated here, it seems that MMTLP differs from other historic squeezes in that those who hold all the way through have a prize of unknown value based on the value of oil during a worldwide oil crisis awaiting them. Could this push the squeeze higher than any before? So obviously nobody knows the future, nobody knows exactly what's going to happen. We can speculate, but I certainly agree that this has the potential to certainly create history. What I'm now going to do is share with you MMTLP squeeze calculator. So remember, this is just purely for fun and purely for entertainment, not financial advice. So this is going to be based on sea animals and bears. So I will be sharing with you a bear calculator towards the end, but let's first of all start off with plankton. So if you are a plankton investor, you have between 1 and 1,000 shares. So let's have a look at the potential strategy you could use here. So if we say you have, as an example, 500 shares as a plankton investor, we say your average price is $4, so you may have averaged up right now with prices of $5, $4.50, and obviously you may have held previously around about $1.50, so we're going to go with an average of $4. So your total investment here, $2,000. If you choose to sell 10% of that, you get half of your investment back, which would be $1,000, and that would be at a price of $20. So if we get a continuous run up in MMTLP and it hits $50, so you may choose to sell 25%, that would net you $6,250. So obviously you would not sell out all, you may decide to keep some, because obviously we know this is a momentum epic potential record breaking squeeze play. So if it hits $100, you could choose to sell 30%. That would net you $15,000, and the reason why you may not choose to sell all of it, because we know this play may have the potential to go much higher. There's talk of $200, $250. We don't know what's going to happen. It's all speculation, but obviously you can't win it if you're not in it. So you keep 35%. So let's just take the bear angle and it stays at $150. Then you choose to continue with NextBridge. Once you get NextBridge, you're holding 35%. So we're predicting here, we're going with the Bird Ladies figure of $85 a share. That would net you $14,875, giving you a total return here, an exceptional return, $37,125. So again, that would be nice, but again, it's just entertainment. And the next one is a Goldfish. So if you are a Goldfish, you have shares between 1,000 and 6,000, and this is something where we're going to use a figure in the middle, approximately 3,000 shares. So this could be many investors here that this may be represented of. So we're going to use the same average price for each MMTLP of $4. So your total paid would be $12,000. So if you sell 10% of your holding at price of $20, then you're going to receive $6,000 back. So that would be obviously half of your investment. Then you carry on, the price goes up to $50. You could then choose to sell 25%, and that will net you $37,500. Similar to before, we hit a price of $100. You choose to sell $30. Choose to sell 30% of your investment, your total shares. That would net you $90,000, and then you let the remaining amount run. Again, you could potentially sell that in a more epic squeeze higher than $100. And if we say you then you take that into NextBridge, 35% of your holding, you receive $85 per share. That could give you $89,250, leaving you an overall total amount received $222,750. Again, not financial advice, purely entertainment and just for calculation purposes here and a little bit of fun. So let's now get a little bit serious with the shark investor. So if you're a shark investor, I've stated you have between 6,000 shares and 50,000 shares. So I know many people on the meta scene are certainly shark investors. So we'll use a figure here of 30,000 shares. If your average price is $4, total paid would be $120,000. So that represents your investment. You sell 10%. at $20, so that represents $60,000 return, so half of your investment. Then similar situation, at $50 you sell 25%, that nets you $375,000. Once the price hits $100, you're getting $900,000 back, close to $1 million. And then you keep 35% for NextBridge, $85 a share there, and again another return of $892,500, giving you an overall total $2.227 million. So that would be if you are a shark investor with 30,000 shares and an average price of $4. So remember, obviously it could be better, it could be worse. So I will be sharing a bear case, but there is one more sea animal, which I'm sure you're going to guess, that comes next. The next one I'm sure you can guess is the whale investor. So if you are a whale investor, you have between 50,000 or 1 million shares. I'm not going to use calculations for the people in excess of 1 million shares, because obviously I'm going to classify them as blue whale investors. I think the figures would be a little bit too scary. So let's concentrate on the whale investors here. So if we take a figure here, 500,000 shares, and there are many people with this amount of shares and in excess of this. So if we go with the same figure, average price $4, total paid would be $2 million. You sell 10%, you get half your money back, $1 million. In a run-up, at $50, you sell 25%, that nets you $1.25 million. Continues to run up at $100, it nets you 30%, gives you $15 million. And now you're holding 35%, you decide to take that into NextBridge, and then from NextBridge, using the Bird Lady's figure of $85 a share, that nets you $14.875 million, giving you a total return of $32.125 million. So a very nice return here for the whale investors. And I'm going to finish off now with bear case 1 and bear case 2. So at the top, bear case 1, if we just say, again, if we don't hit the expectations, this is what may happen, because obviously there is risk and reward in every play, and we don't know what strategies the shorts are going to play, and anything can happen. So there's no guarantees. So bear case 1, $4, 3,000 shares, just as an example. You sell 10% at $10, so that is a possibility, and I would say it's more than a strong possibility. So you get your $3,000 return there for 10%. It's still a good possibility of hitting $12. I think this is on a bear prediction. That would net you $9,000 with a 25% return, telling 25% of your investment. It could easily run up to $15, and again, we're being quite bearish there. Most of us expect it to go much higher than the $15, but let's go with that. 13,500, and you in NextBridge, instead of the $85, we're going to go with $30 per share, and that could give you 31,500. So on a bear case 1, you're still coming out with $57,000. So let's take the bear case to the extreme. So total, if you invest, again, same thing here, and now we're talking it hits $6, so you choose to sell 10%, giving you $1,800. Then at $7, you sell 25%, giving you $5,250. Then at $8, so this is the extreme bear case, worst case scenario, it just runs up to $8, so you get $7,200. And then worst case scenario for NextBridge, $10 a share, giving you $1,050. So I think on the extreme worst bear case scenario, you could receive $15,300 from a $12,000 investment. So certainly it seems potentially a very, very good and unique, exceptional play. Finally, I'd like to finish off by sharing with you a copy of our weekly watch list. These are just some of the stocks that we called out amongst others. Obviously, I'm sure you know that we also called out MULN and also MMTLP amongst others. Well, these are some of the other ones that I'm going to share with you here. We called out TCF, APRN, XOM, expecting earnings to be positive, and also AMPG. So in terms of a quick update of how these are doing so far. So APM, ticker symbol APRN, is up approximately 2.4% right now and 10% on the week. TCF is up right now 5.8% and just over 2.2% on the week. XOM is up 1.4% today and close to 3% on the week. AMPG is up just in excess of 5.2% on the week and level trading so far. So if you'd like to get the next copy of our weekly watch list, you can certainly consider joining us in our Discord for as little as $9 a month. We also share daily stock alerts prior to trading on the market, so it would be great to have you on board. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.